What's up, guys? So today I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the toxic social media culture of a specific niche of videos, which primarily focuses on the Sigma grindset or the hustling in silence kind of mentality slash lifestyle. And I'll tell you the three main elements of this kind of videos that the main messages that this kind of videos usually promote, which is work in silence, entirely work in silence. Number two is train hard, like train extremely hard. Number three is work hard, like work extremely hard and just like focus all the energy on yourself. It's usually tied to those genre of videos that are um, like post breakup videos, like oh focus on yourself, build yourself up, those kind of basically the concept of if you chase butterflies they'll simply fly away, and if you don't and you focus your time on building a garden they will come, and even if they don't you still have a beautiful garden. So basically this whole concept of building yourself up before getting into the relationship, or basically just prioritizing self improvement above everything else. Now I understand the appeal to a lot of young people nowadays to literally just like ghost everyone and just like focus on yourself entirely. I have actually been forced into that circumstance sort of because I didn't really have a lot of friends to hang out with over the holidays, and yeah, and I was really busy with my internship, working from 9 to 6 every day, and I think it was a pretty crazy period because after coming back home from work, which would be like at 7 p.m. or something, because I would leave the office at 7 o'clock sharp, and then, sorry, 6 o'clock sharp, and then I'll come home, have my dinner, and then go straight to the gym. And I'll be in the gym at around like 8 p.m. because about 8:20, and then I'll get my workout done, and then I'll go straight home again. And then I'll like lie in bed and contemplate about life, which I think that was a very toxic cycle. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, this whole concept of hustling in silence and working on yourself is toxic, but it works. To a certain degree it really works because like I've seen the most massive amount of gains in my discipline, in my consistency in the gym schedule, as well as like really focusing on myself, like seriously making some like pretty good physique changes. The part that I had to correct was probably the sleep, because the sleep just wasn't really on point. Yeah, but I think a life of purpose, I'm not saying you have to do it alone, but a life of purpose is far better, far miles ahead of a life that is devoid of purpose, a life that is spent on instant gratification, and a life that is curated based on how you feel. That is absolutely a disaster to live in. I think that that kind of lifestyle is something that I've experienced before as a teenager, of course, just slacking off during the holidays. That kind of lifestyle is unfulfilling. It's extremely boring because let me tell you this, over some period of time, your dopamine levels will just spike so high that you're going to have a dopamine detox. It's like the dopamine doesn't hit the same anymore. So the idea of delayed gratification, like seeing beautiful things that come out from like a long period of hard work, it's beautiful, but I don't entirely agree with the idea of like cutting out instant gratification entirely. And in fact I have fallen into the trap of like relying on instant gratification. I mean, who doesn't, right? But well, the thing is, it is yeah, so I was talking about the whole like hustling culture and the work on yourself culture by yourself. I think that may apply to like post breakup and stuff, or because there's a period of time where you really have to learn how to rely entirely and solely on yourself. um yeah, I'm just gonna say I've experienced that kind of lifestyle before, which is like legit upskilling every day at my job. And by that kind of lifestyle, by a disciplined kind of mindset, to do whatever it takes to literally be the best and fill my day with activity. I would sleep like 6 hours, and then I'd wake up early just to go to the gym. in the morning to the office gym, and after I'm done my office gym workout, I do a few exercises cause I need to rest, right? You can work hard but you still got to work smart. So I was pretty smart about it. I prioritize my rest time. I didn't just like keep doing like supersets and whatnot because I still needed to focus for the day, for my work, for socialization and all that. So I focus a lot on like really establishing a routine that revolved around basically just training, my work, as well as keeping up with school stuff, as well as tuition work. And yeah, that really was quite an insane period. Like I was literally driving myself to the brink of insanity every day. I would like sleep in bed and just dread going and waking up the next day. Is that a life of purpose and fulfillment? Well, yes, definitely there was purpose, but fulfillment maybe not, because here's the point that I want to drive at for this entire video, which is that fulfillment only comes from helping others and interacting with others. I'm serious. You can build a whole beautiful garden by yourself, but if no butterflies are coming, and I'm not talking about male or female, I'm talking about both, and I'm not talking about bisexualism, I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about people you love and care for. If none of that is in your life, then to a certain degree, you won't be able to feel fulfilled. You know, as humans, we are social creatures, and number one thing is probably socialization. And if we don't have that, it is akin to, I mean, I've seen this somewhere before, but it is probably akin to like basically extreme isolation by yourself is very bad for your mental health. And so if we really want to talk about a life of fulfillment and purpose, how can you achieve that when you're just grinding alone by yourself with no one else there to support you? Like, how can you actually achieve that? You know, and with this kind of mindset usually encourages people to work 24/7, um, and not really focus on building healthy habits, but more so focus on like the upskilling of fitness. Now there's a very big difference between health and fitness, right? Health is legit being like 8 hours of sleep, having sufficient sleep, getting your nutrition right, not overtraining and just progressing bit by bit. But fitness that is very different. For example, if I want to get like extremely fit, extremely good weightlifting, I can sustain some injuries along the way, and I'd still consider myself fit because I can still bench that same amount of weight. But is that healthy? No. I'll tell you what, the top athletes aren't even healthy at all. Look at the top swimmers. They all have like double jointed shoulders. Their shoulders are hypermobile. So you wouldn't consider that healthy. I mean, look at marathoners, they're emaciated. Would you consider that healthy? No. So, but they're very good at their sport. Eliud Kipchoge can run a sub 2 hour mile, and he's extremely proficient at it. But can he do some push-ups? Maybe not, because he's just that light. Like, would he be good at push-ups? Probably not. So, health is like striking a good balance between um, the different aspects of fitness. Whereas fitness, if you really want to discuss fitness, I can be extremely proficient at doing pull-ups and push-ups and lifting weights, but I suck at running. Would I consider myself fit then? Yes. But would I consider myself healthy? Certainly no. So this whole like grinding alone mindset is not healthy mentally and physically, because it just doesn't really encourage like socialization with other people. And I end off with this, which is that if you want to build great things, you can't just rely on yourself. Like you can't just like hustle away by yourself and something great will happen out of it, because you can be the best cleaner, right? You can have the mindset that, you know, as long as I am very good at my job, as long as I work hard, then one day I'll succeed. But no, you need to get inspiration from other people. You need to learn, at least have some sort of knowledge of how to be successful and your plan to achieve success, right? A lot of us don't have a plan, but we somewhat we have to be open to experience and at least like do the things that are productive. Do productive things that would help us get close to our goal. Productive doesn't always have to be working 24/7. Productive means doing the smart work, doing work that actually gets you one step closer to your goal. Productive is not spending 2 to 3 hours in the gym doing supersets and like doing cardio and whatnot. Productive is resting in between sets and knowing your body and knowing when to stop, but also pushing your body past its safe limit. Pushing your body past its limits safely. And I truly believe that great things are built together. When you have a training partner in the gym, it switches up the whole thing. When you have colleagues who have 10 years more experience in the construction industry, let's say, they'll definitely know a lot more than you. They'll know, okay, this is how Excel works. There's going to be the Excel guy who's super good at Excel. There's going to be the marketing person. There's going to be the salesperson who's going to teach you how to do the sales, or at least lead by example, right? She's going to show you a bit about project guidance. She's going to show you a bit about, conducting sales meetings and all that. And that you can only learn from people who are better than you. You can't always assume that you are the best in everything. Like, you definitely need people to push you and people to learn from. Let's say a beginner is struggling in the gym. Imagine if he's stuck to a certain way of doing an exercise and he didn't know that, hey, maybe I can do it this way. Let's say maybe barbell curls, he's always been swinging up the weight. He thinks that's hard work because that's how most elite bodybuilders train, right? They use a bit of cheat reps. But if the beginner were to really stick with that and he didn't apply, very strict curls, like curls against the wall, would he know that, actually it's better to progress this way instead of letting your shoulders take over on a bicep movement? So always learn from people who are like more experienced than you. Definitely like be open to experience, take opportunities wherever you can, ask for opportunities in fact, because if you don't ask, I'll tell you what, potential is limitless, but if you don't even take out the first step to ask for opportunity, to seek opportunities, you're not going to get where you want to be. You're not going to get where you could have been. Sometimes you don't have like a exactly clear direction in life. So the hustle culture thing about hustling alone, I think it's pretty detrimental. And if you truly think about it, to make progress in your life, you have to get out of your comfort zone. But if you're doing 2.4 kilometers run every day, you're running for 2.4 kilometers every single day, then, what's the comfort zone? 2.4 kilometers. Exactly. You won't know how to increase your training intensity. You won't know how to train more efficiently. And in that sense, you're not stepping out of your comfort zone. You're not stepping into uncertainty. You're still stepping into that same cycle of things that you keep repeating and doing. And I mean, consistency is important if you want to make improvement. But if you want to expose yourself to different things, if you truly want to be successful, I believe that it's entirely based on people. It's based on who you meet. It's based on what you harvest from who you meet, and really keeping an open mind and learning a lot of new stuff from different people. So obviously your best chances at learning the most from everyone you meet is by meeting more people. So yeah, I think that's like super important, and this is why I have come to realize that the social media culture of hustling alone is toxic. See you guys next time.